Okay, so I guess we'll see how this goes. Setting up. Right. Okay, so I can... Oh my goodness, there are people in chat already. Hello. This might be rubbish, I guess we'll find out. So currently there should be no audio apart from voice. Hopefully we're not getting echo. Hello everyone. I can see chat. I can see that stream is going. I can see that my computer is not overheating. Then I'll have to keep my eye on. Okay. I'll be with you presently. Do not adjust your set. Adjustant your set. I just thought everything's just going to be static on the screen for the first minute or so, so let's put some scrolling marquee. What should we have it say? Some mess. There we go. Hello. Hey Alice. Okay, so let's get rid of the silly text. Let's bring in Renegade, so hopefully you should now see the screen. You should just get some audio from the menu. There won't be any music from the game. Play some stuff from all sorts of CNC games just on a playlist. Since in Renegade it's basically more or less one track per level. So hopefully the audio levels between voice, game, and music is reasonable. Right, I suppose if everything's looking good, we can get started. Campaign, soldier, and this is good old cheese from the 90s. No, just after the 90s. This is indeed the one with the soldiers and the guns.
My radar's acting up.
It's this terrain.
Recon 1, this is Eagle Base. What's the delay up there?
Copy, Eagle Base. Still
Bit laggy at times.
Stay loose. Keep your eyes open.
Right, I'll just get through the cutscene and then I'll see if we can solve the lag.
Saddle up.
Eagle Base, under heavy fire. Request immediate reinforcements. This is Recon 1, we're taking fire!
The frame rate on my end is quite high, so it's somewhere through the stream process. OBS looks okay. Hopefully it's not network. If it is, then there's not really too much to be done. In which case this stream is a bit of a wash. But I'll see if we can solve it. Maybe I've just got the bitrate too high.
Clear.
Right. So the screen is just going to go a blank color while I have a look at this. Let's drop it down a bit. Right, how does this look now then? Oop.
It sounds like they're still in trouble, sir. Saddle up. Let's move.
I don't know why it goes that colour. It's a weird colour. So hopefully I'm seeing fewer drop frames. Hopefully this is a bit smoother. Stream should just be at 30 frames. So, sweet. Plans on streaming Renegade X. I'm not certain. I'm not really a streamer. This is basically the first time I'm testing this out on YouTube. I don't know if this is going to become a regular thing at all, because I'm more of an edited videos kind of guy. I'm interested in looking at doing something with Renex. Or Renex Firestorm when that's out. But stream, I'm not certain. Ah, okay. Well, I guess that's a stream. See you, everyone. I guess the APC blew up.
What are we looking for again? An imaginary
Thoughts on streaming other CNC games? Maybe. This is just a test run to see how this goes. I would like to maybe do some streams of perhaps KKND, some other games that I can't really do a full video on that might work better in this format. Thanks, Serious Shock. Cheers.
Stay loose. Keep your eyes open.
You can't skip this cutscene, I believe. No, you just pause it. I'll save here. Hey, Nia Goods. Yeah, I always forget to save.
Sending a commando.
There's no checkpoints or anything like that. Michael, I didn't see you there. Hey. And Kane himself appears to have joined. Yes, this has multiplayer, which is pretty good. I'm not really much of a multiplayer person, but the reason why I'm doing this stream is because next week is the 19th anniversary of Renegade, and there are some folks doing some Renegade streams and play sessions through Renegade itself, Renex, and some of the Renegade mods. Okay, so we didn't just immediately lose this time, which is good. Save, yep. Multiplayer for the game is definitely still alive. It's just not something I've ever really got around to, but it definitely is a lot of fun. Is Renegade the black sheep of CNC, or is Soul Survivor without? I don't know if you could really call Renegade the black sheep of the family, because I guess it's just too different. It's just clearly just a genre jump to complete spin-off. So I'm not really sure if it quite qualifies. Definitely Soul Survivor does.
Go to proceed with the mission.
Game saved, thank you. Hey, medium tank.
You'll need it.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Eagle base, we're on the ground. Eagle base, we must be close.
That's true, yeah.
Good work. I'm sending in more firepower.
Oh, cheers, Commander. Thank you. Kind of you to say.
Copy Orca 6. Your ball, Havoc.
I'm not really. Question is, any mods you're going to stream in the future? I'm not really much of a mod person. Not that I have anything against them. I just. I tend to focus the official releases. There are some absolutely fantastic mods, especially in like CNC is phenomenal for mods, and I drop in every now and then to see what there is because there's a lot of really good stuff. I don't get around to playing the mods specifically quite as much as a lot of people do. Like I can shout out ones that are worth playing, and maybe this is a good format for it. Because I would like to say to play like KKND and things like that that are lesser known. So maybe this would be a great opportunity for me to actually go through some of the really good CNC mods. But I'm. This is just a test run, really. See how well this goes. Renegade-esque game, but from Nod's POV. That would be really interesting.
This is Eagle Claw 1, starting attack run.
This is Eagle Base. I'm not risking any more pilot.
More lore videos for the series. The next video I'm working on is turning out to be quite a beast. It's a lore video on Cabal, and I'm really looking forward to getting finished.
10, 9,
But yeah, definitely more lore stuff in the future.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The Forgotten mod for CNC3 definitely is definitely well worth a look. That's one of the mods I have had only a brief look at, but the way they set up the Forgotten faction is very interesting. Sweet. So, our first cutscene. These are the cutscenes are upscaled, so they might look a little bit differently from the original game. You will see the little circle at the bottom left. I can't hide that without jumping out, so hopefully it's not too egregious.
Where's my medal?
I'm a Brigadier General, Havoc. The least you can do is call me Sir.
You got it, sir.
We cracked the encryption on the intel you acquired. It details Nod troop movements in 4 sizes. Generally, unremarkable information.
XYHC, did he do the
Special.
theory that Yuri is related to Yuriko?
Forces Division
I'm afraid, if so, I've not really watched his stuff. I've only really seen that those videos are a thing, so I'm afraid I can't really comment on
is in the remote
that channel.
cultural area we're approaching. Details are sketchy at best. Nod forces are herding civilians into religious conditioning camps.
Torture and brainwashing.
No doubt. After processing their
What's your setup? You mean PC-wise, or?
We launched an assault on the area 2 hours ago. It failed.
Or for the upscales?
They're torturing civvies. We can't wait 6 hours. Let's roll.
6 hours, Captain. Until then, you'll stand down. I won't have you risk
Game volume. I can increase the game. Oh, whoops! I've skipped the cutscene. I was going to pause. Oops, sorry. Oh no! We've ruined it now.
Accessing.
I can boost up the cinematic volume. So hopefully the in-game sounds and dialogue were fine while we're playing. Those were a bit louder.
Accessing.
Right, we could just continue as is, or we can just restart the mission, hopefully get the cutscene to play again. We've got to save, so let's give it a go. Which one's this? The plot erupt? Nope, not this one. Oh, we ruined everything. Rescue. Is it this one? Oh well. Well, we've lost the cutscene. Never mind. I guess you'll have to buy the game yourself to see how it looks.
Now, locate the Nod detention center. The civilians are being held there.
There's not really a restart that plays the cutscene, is there? I don't know. Jethild. I am somewhat familiar with Jethild. I don't watch all of his stuff, but Jethild does some very, very good videos. Anyway, music.
It's Havoc! Our base is destroyed, and Nod is taking prisoners. Follow me!
This was also the first time you play this level and you see the buildings up close.
Thanks for the save.
Jethil's 3D rendering stuff is really cool.
I think he went down the path behind the construction yard.
Oh yeah, look at Tib. You missed the GDI soldiers, you numpty. He does look a little bit weird. Renex Firestorm. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to do something when that comes out, because that game looks really good.
Good timing. Nod was closing in. I've been protecting.
Is it just me, or does it sound like this guy is voiced by Seth?
Taking out large structures. Once you place the beacon, you have
By Eric
10
Gooch.
seconds to clear the area. I gotta go see to my man. Good luck.
General's Evolution mod. I've seen some videos of it. That looks seriously impressive. I apologize if I'm missing comments. There's an awful lot of comments. I'm doing my best to get through them. Nicholas, hey. Press a key to use ladders. I missed. Oh, sorry. What was the question? Yeah, if I miss your question, feel free to repose it. Oh, awesome! Cheers. Make a quick save. Good idea. Dan's question, Stefan smells. Oh, that's true.
Warning. Enemy aircraft detected.
Iceberg video. Oh, there was the iceberg, like, meme thing on the subreddit recently, wasn't there? I'm not sure. There are a couple of things in there that I'm like in. If you haven't seen the pictures, like the iceberg with at the top, there's some service level interesting trivia, and at the bottom there was like the alternate universe Volkov and Chitskoy appear in the opening intro for Red Alert 3. Hey.
Reinforcements have arrived.
The video on GDI. I have something of a script for that. I'm still working through that because that's a massive script to deal with, because I've taken it down a different route that maybe I shouldn't get into just yet because it's a bit early. There's going to require an awful lot more research to get to. I didn't kill any civilians. Object ID collision found, unable to continue. And the game crashes. Renex and Renex Firestorm are seriously impressive. The person who just asked that. Right. Using all CNC games into one setting, interesting or clusterfuck? I might be inclined to go with the latter as like a full serious game. It might be a bit much. I think that's what Generals 2 was going to be, which is why it was why Generals 2 was dropped from the from the name. It was going to be like an amalgam eventually. It's a fantastic setting for mods and stuff like that to explore, but as a full proper game, I'm not so sure it would work. It might just be a bit too much because, you know, you got like at the bare minimum, you got GDI, you got Nod, you got the Allies, you got the Soviets, and then you got the 3 base factions from Generals. It's maybe a bit much. There's a new mods on Horizon Fury's Revenge called Rise of the East. I'm afraid I haven't seen that, no. Right, let's not just blow the civvies up this time. There we go. And save. Oh. Favorite CNC game? I used to be able to say Red Alert 2. I can't really decide anymore. It's either Tib Dawn or Red Alert 1 or Tib Sun or Red Alert 2, which is kind of cheating the question, really. I suppose. I just can't really decide anymore. Warzone. That's the really impressive looking TS mod with the with Reshade. That looks seriously... That is one of the mods I really wanted to get to, because it looks very impressive.
Also detecting machine gun emplacements. You'll need explosives or heavy firepower to take out those.
I've missed a bunch of questions, I'm really sorry. Westwood CNC. I suppose, yeah. Second, like, if you count all of those as one, second would be Kane's Wrath, just because the cutscenes are phenomenal. Yes, Another World. I'm not familiar with that, I'm afraid. Least favourite CNC4 doesn't count. So I guess of the Ultimate Collection, excluding CNC4, controversial take might be Generals. My opinion on Carbonara is fantastic.
Airdropping supplies. Look for them.
Oh, really? I played CNC Remastered. Yes, it is fantastic. Time to unsub. Dune 2000 and Dune 2 music comparison vid when? That's an interesting idea. I'm not so sure about doing music videos. Like, music analysis videos, just because of... Obviously, YouTube is a bit dodge with when it comes to music. The Dune stuff might work, though. But that's a lot to get into.
Warning, enemy aircraft
Twisted
detected.
Insurrection. Twisted Insurrection. I have... Which one is that? That's the one that's set after Hib Dawn. As if, like, when... If Nod won the first war. Do I agree that Video Kill the Radio Star is the best song to come out ever? In a hyperbolic sense, I can see why someone would say that. Played Hearts of Iron 4. I'm not very familiar with a lot of other RTSs. I'm only really familiar with CNC and now a little bit Dune. Just because I played CNC when I was growing up on, you know, Win 95. I started with CNC, and that was the entire CNC series is basically the only PC games I played until, you know, 2010 really. Stuff that came out before that, I'm only just now catching up.
Thank you, sir.
Nod is closing in. Protect the civilians.
I did have a chance to chat with some older programmers about Westwood and CNC at the time. Blizzard had messed up the Diablo launch with Diablo Mobile. I was curious if CNC would suffer the same fate. That's interesting. Second, the Cabal question. Oh, I missed the Cabal question.
Nice work.
Tibdorn or Tibsun? I can't decide. I really love Tibsun. So, but, you know, Tibdorn was basically my first PC game. Your phone's right. Favorite campaign to play is between TD and RA1 is probably got to be RA1 just because it's less archaic. They kind of knew more what they were doing by then. Well, rip to that soldier just ran out. Cabal questions don't matter, they'll be in the next video, I suppose. So yeah, I've tried to cover a bunch of stuff. The Cabal video will be soonish. Might not be by the end of February. I was hoping I might get it done by then, but it's turned out to be a massive beast, and I don't really want to rush it. I kind of want to make it come out as best as I can. I'm trying to outdo the Kane video, basically. Oh, it's only moved once. Hey, there we go. I didn't realise it did that. Star Wars Empire. Well, I've heard a lot of people recommend that. I do need to get to that at some point. Can't remember if I own that yet. Favorite music track? Oh my god, you would have to ask that. Oh jeez, it might just have to be Hell March 2. That is a difficult question. Alright then, you. I think I must have asked you this at some point as well. Neogoods, what's your favourite music track? By the way, missile launch detected. I love that line. How old am I? I'm still in my infancy as a deity. Lore question. Red Alert 1, would the Allies likely use FALs alongside AR-15 pattern rifles? I know nothing about guns. I can't answer that. I know that they, in the games, they kind of played fast and loose with, you know, tanks and stuff like that that were kind of anachronistic. They're just like, this tank works, you know, well enough, and then fans come along and say, well, that tank wasn't built yet. So I kind of feel like it doesn't matter quite as much that the weapons you see in the like in-game and in the concept art is a bit anachronistic to when the games are supposed to be set. Probably Recon from Cobalt. I agree on the ambient stuff. Like, when I first played TS, the soundtrack worked well in-game, but it wasn't all that memorable. TS now has one of my favourite soundtracks in CNC.
Sand site destroyed.
Red Alert 3 Paradox. I've heard of it, but know nothing about it, I'm afraid. How did I feel about CNC 3 when it came out? I didn't actually play it when it came out, because I was on a really bad Windows Vista laptop that couldn't play it. And my first experience with CNC 3 was I think there was a free demo of the game where you could like play the first 2 or 3 missions or something like that of GDI, and you could play skirmish but only as GDI and only on one level. But the problem was that tutorial, demo of CNC 3 didn't have the option for left click to command. So it was only right click to command. You didn't have the option to change it. And since I'm used to the old games, I actually couldn't play it. So I didn't buy it for that reason alone. And instead, like a few years later, managed to get it secondhand for the Xbox 360. So that's how I first experienced CNC, and that was still like maybe 3 years after it launched. Like, I think Red Alert 3 was maybe out by then. So I didn't really have an opinion of the game at the time. I only really came to it a couple of years later, and I enjoyed it. It definitely felt different, understandably so, but I enjoy CNC3 more so because I was able to play Kane's Wrath immediately afterwards, and I really like Kane's Wrath. Why is Steam better than Origin for CNC games? I would disagree. You got the Ultimate Collection on Origin. Oh, hello. Oh wait, we could just jump out the windows, can't we? Wait. Nice. Oh, that's a bit faster. Nice. Oh my god, I missed a bunch of comments there. Sorry about that. Which do I prefer, GDI or Nod? Nod is basically the protagonist of CNC, but I prefer how GDI plays in game. So 1 point to each, and I got out of that question quite nicely.
Consider destroying the Nod Communications Center to hamper communications.
Who is better, Pierce or Pierce? Oh my goodness. Do you have access to the Pierce image? Are you able to post that in chat, Alice? Ally, Soviet, Yuri, or Empire? I pretty much always play Soviets, mainly for the same reasons why I prefer to play as GDI. I like the... It's all down to the mammoth tanks, the APOC tanks. That's my playstyle, really. This level in particular of Renegade does a lot of things really nice that I've yet to see in other shooter titles. I wholeheartedly agree. Oh!
Kane, my lord, forgive me.
I will find someone with more faith to handle the situation.
But sir,
Their corrupted leaders are determined to achieve uncontested.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Why do you interrupt me, GDI?
I got a present for you.
Game is so cheesy, I love it. Ooh.
Their gunboats are targeting your homes in a last-ditch effort to eliminate any remaining survivors.
Oh, hello. See ya. Oh, I haven't saved for a while, have I? Mammoth Tank in TD versus Mammoth Tank in RA1, which is better? I'm under the impression that the TD Mammoth is more powerful? I might be entirely wrong there. It is in, well, I think I'm just going by OpenRA, so maybe that's not the case.
GDI clearly plans to overthrow the United States.
There we go. We have our radar back.
push the button next to the gate to open the detention center.
Want to buy CNC Remaster, but don't know to buy it in Steam or Origin. They're basically the same. The Steam version is... That one comes with the Steam Workshop support built in. So if you're interested in mods, the Steam version is slightly easier. You can still use the same mods in the Origin version, you just have to install them manually. Otherwise, the two are basically on par with one another. Right, I'll get a regular save, actually.
Already demonstrated their power against so-called third world countries. Countries with no retaliatory capability.
Myriad names? Yeah, basically, I thought, well, there's the Renegade 19th anniversary celebration starts tomorrow, but I think it's actually on the 27th or something like that. Thank you very much. Favorite tank? Oh, nobody's here but us trees. Oh, I'll quit out. I pressed the wrong button. Load campaign. Oh, I forget which is next. Oh, and because of this, we're not going to have the... Oh, wait, I just saved. Like I saved before. So we do still get the cutscene. Havoc's 3-polygon melon head. I love the way this game looks in a weird sort of way. Favorite unit by voice lines. You can't beat the original Tibdawn Commando, can you? Renegade story is canon to Tiberium universe. Yes, I'm happy to accept it as canon. I don't really have any problem with it at all. Okay, no, we're just quitting out for some reason. All right, I guess we won't see the next cutscene. Which one's next? Oh dear, which is the next mission? I can't remember which one's next. Scorpion Hunters? Because it was on the island, wasn't it? Nope. Armored Assault. Armored Assault, okay.
Locate the Nod base facility and recover the scientists. Here's a Humvee to get
Oh,
you
never mind.
started.
Spend their polygon budget on Havoc. I love the way that the pre-rendered cutscenes look, though. Given we've seen none of them so far, but because of the motion capture, it's even though it's the same in-game models, it still looks weirdly good in a bad sort of way. F6 all the time on this mission. Yes, that's a mistake I learned.
Has an officer coordinating reinforcements in that guard tower. Eliminate all resistance and occupy the tower.
Do I agree that the Tibdawn MLRS is cool as hell? It certainly looks it. I never really used them. Oh dear. 30 seconds from the end.
All enemy
Okay.
resistance in the area must be eliminated to secure this objective.
Get out of here.
You got any more of those
Ah.
rocket soldiers for me? I'm running low.
Stay down and read and chat.
The helipad is down.
The SMS's internal code is MLRS. What's the MLRS's internal code then? I saved us all, jeez. The Tiberium FPS game that was cancelled. It looks like it would have been interesting, but I can kind of see maybe why it was cancelled. I don't want to be rude to the developers, because I guess it was probably pretty early, and you know, I can't help but judge it a bit by today's graphical standards, which is not a good thing to do. But it looked like it needed more stuff, like something more going for it. It did look, from the gameplay trailers we've seen, it looks rather generic and bland. And maybe that wouldn't have been the case when it actually launched, if it were actually finished. I'd definitely be interested in it from a lore standpoint. This isn't going to work. Nice. I'd have definitely given it a go and see what it was like, and I am interested to see what it would have been like. But
All enemy resistance in the area must be eliminated to
yeah,
secure the
I can't really
security.
say that the Tiberium FPS was. Oh, it would have been a fantastic game. That it's such a shame that it didn't come out. I'm not sure. I think it just looks a bit bland from the gameplay perspective. That's really all I can. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, because the setting is interesting.
All
Like
enemy
a
resistance in the area
set
must
during
be eliminated to secure the
Tiberium Wars is an interesting world to set a on the ground perspective from. So it would have been interesting to see from that sort of angle, but gameplay wise, I'm not so sure. Get out of here. Any CNC fanfiction? I've never actually read any. I didn't know that there was any. Of course there would be, I suppose. Fanfiction of everything. Purely in production, yeah. There we go. Firestorm on Renex Firestorm. That looks really, really good. Oh, I'm missing objectives. I'm never going to hit you, am I? Never mind. Hey! Get out of here. How does it run on your PC? It crashes on mine all the time. It might be worth having seeing if Tiberium Technologies scripts might help if you're having problems running Renegade. If you go to CNC Community, there's guides for setting up all the games, and it should have a link for secondary fire. Okay, so I just learned this tank has secondary fire. Thank you. How long have you been playing this game? I'm just going through. If there's like bonus objectives that don't really matter too much, we're just having fun. Never mind.
There's a non-convoy on the road up ahead, Havoc.
Can you drop me some rocket salvos? I get the feeling I'm gonna need more.
Cold Star. I tried. There we go. Armor 3. I'm afraid I haven't. Oh. Any thoughts on Twisted Insurrection? It's one of the mods that I need to get to at some point. It looks very, very impressive, but it's not something I can say much about. Is this stream going to be archived on the channel? I don't have any reason to take it down. I might do like a compressed version as well, but I'll probably just leave the full stream just online as it is. If people are interested in catching up. It's a bit annoying when you watch a video. It's like, you got the stream like lined up, and I'll come back to it at some point, and then you come back to it 2 hours later and say, it's been deleted. Never mind. The Lynch Dune film.
Nod's next major checkpoint
I've seen the fan re-edit of the Dune film, which is like 4 hours long or something like that. Maybe I'm overstating it, but I've seen the fan edit rather than the theatrical version, and I enjoyed it. It's a bit weird. I enjoyed it more than the book, to be honest. Maybe that's controversial. Get out of here. The Dunes movie mangling of the book's weirding ways was dumb. Yeah, I suppose. Be interested to see what the new film is going to be like, because I think that was supposed to be out. It was originally supposed to be out by this December just gone, but obviously with everything going on, has been pushed back a bit. Speaking of CNC 80s mix, we've got no music playing, have we? I'm a numpty. I'm just on the Tib Dawn playlist, but I can switch to another game's playlist if anyone's interested. What am I doing? Oh, I've got to get inside the house at some point, haven't I? There we go. Check out Tiberium Armor 3 mod. I'm not familiar with Armor 3 at all, so I didn't know that there was one. I'm afraid. Would you like to see in CNC movie? Weirdly, CNC is one of the games that might translate well to like a film or TV like adaptation. I'd certainly be interested in seeing it, but you know, obviously, if Joe isn't in it, then it's it doesn't count. Any more CNC games in the future? I've no idea. Like, it would be really, really good to see like Tibson and Red Alert. Hello, Red Alert 2 remasters in the same vein. I would love that. Like, I'd be happy if they didn't do any more CNC after that. If the series just stopped, I wouldn't mind at all. If we got a remaster of those two. But yeah, I don't know, like something original. I'm not holding out hope, and that's not to be like, you know, oh, it's never going to happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I tend to go with more be a realist out of it. I'm not so sure it'll happen, and probably best just act as if it won't.
I've got you covered, sir.
Yeah, Joe Coogan. I missed a lot of comments there. My apologies. Renegade and Generals remasters as well. That would be interesting. Yes, perhaps the next video after Cabal might be a what if I were able to redo CNC 4.
I've got you covered, sir.
Hey Gerard, welcome. Did I play the old Mech Commander Gold? I'm afraid I didn't. CNC was basically the only the only PC games I really played up until maybe 2010. Oh. Joe Rogan plays Kane in the Future reaction. Wrong Joe. Save. Thank you. Your Discord for your channel? Yes. At the top left, every 5 minutes or so, it should pop up and say what the invite is. If you go to the the No Strings channel like front page of the channel, if you just click No Strings and go to the front of that, there should be a link to Discord at the top right if you wanted to have a look. It's nothing like serious, it's just like a place to hang out and chat. Oh, cheers, Alice. Oh, this mammoth's going down. There should always be... Should there always be an Ascension ending to Tiberium Universe, or is it like Red Alert? Fucking... I kind of feel like if I were to redo CNC4, I would still go with the, let's, you know, wrap it up. Like, we won't be doing any more games, let's just, like, wrap it up nice and tidy. So, yeah, I go with a, with the idea of, let's just finish the series. So, you know, I guess Kane's got to ascend, whatever that means. And, the way I go with it is the Nod campaign, well, I guess we'll get into this when I get to the video, but the Nod campaign and the GDI campaign would both be canon, same as in Firestorm and Tib Wars. I kind of like that approach, because I guess Nod is kind of partially, they're the protagonist as well, especially if the Skrin are re-invading. With the Skrin being the actual bad guys of the entire thing. So the Nod are villainous protagonists, really, is how I think of them. So the GDI and Nod campaigns would be canon, but the Skrin campaign would be the non-canon, the bad guys win. Oh, well, I didn't right-click that. Oh dear, they're behind us. Did I enjoy the remasters? I really like the remasters, yeah. Didn't see a reboot. For Generals, that would work well. For Red Alert, maybe, because each game is kind of a soft reboot each time. For the Tiberium universe, I would be less inclined to have like any kind of lore reboot or anything like that. I'm on soldier difficulty because I'm a pansy. How do we feel about Kane? Is he an alien, literally the Messiah, or an evil genius sort of character? I go down the route of Kane being human. Because I like basically the origin behind the idea of Kane from Tib Dawn, which was very much inspired by, you know, Cain and Abel and all that. So I take it that he's an ancient human who, for some reason, is immortal. I don't really have I don't put too much stock in the notion of Kane being alien. And he does kind of say in the GDI Tibson ending that he's, well, he mentions humanity as if he's one of them. Who was that? Anyway. Have I seen the man from Earth? I'm afraid not. Which man? Is Cain the biblical Cain, or hold on a sec, or that in-universe propaganda? I would say that the story of Cain and Abel in the CNC universe is based on whatever historical events happened that caused Cain to become immortal. I think we have enough evidence to say that Cain did have a brother from, you know, Renegade, from the credit scene in Tib Dawn, and a weirdly, seemingly cut scene from Cain's Wrath. I'm not sure when that was supposed to play, but there was a cutscene early in the game where Marcion delivers a speech. Cain, the son of Adam, who murdered his own brother, wanted the Earth a fugitive because he turned against his own or something like that. And it doesn't appear to play in-game, and I'm not sure where that's from. I heard that maybe that cutscene was for a single mission demo of Kane's Wrath, and it's just left in the game or something like that. I don't really know, but there is an extra cutscene that doesn't appear to play in regular gameplay in Kane's Wrath that does mention Kane having a brother. I was just waiting for the lift. I'll go this way. I missed a bunch of comments there, sorry. Renegade is a soft reboot or the actual canon story after the attack on Sarajevo? Renegade, I think, is happens at the same time as Tib Dawn. It starts after the events of Tib Dawn have started, so it appears to be late in the war. But since we hear the Tib Dawn credits from GDI attacking Sarajevo at the end of Renegade, I think it's also set before the end of Renegade. Although there was a quote from Adam Isgreen that Renegade was supposed to be set between Tib Dawn and Tib Sun, which is why some of the tech is kind of anachronistic. And some of the designs are a bit anachronistic to Tib Dawn, but I'm not sure that there's much warrant in that. Oh, hello. The song is fantastic. There you go. Oh, there's another one. Hello. You placed a mark on them. Yes. If you watch the Kane documentary or the biopic, at the start when it's showing footage of stills of paintings of the biblical Cain, I shopped the marked of Cain emblem from Kane's Wrath onto him, which I thought came out quite well. But it's a little bit difficult to tell on YouTube because of the compression. I think you just have to wait for these. Come on. The lifts are always a bit wonky. But I trust EA. EA isn't, one entity, and if Jim turns on it, then I'm quite happy for him to head the project, because he is basically part of EA. EA is multiple people. It's not just there isn't just EA's intent. So I feel there's maybe a bit more nuance, and than we're really used to feeling about it. I really like how the remasters were handled, and there are problems, of course, with Tib Wars and Kane's Wrath, mainly Tib Wars between the two. But that was, of course, a while back, and a lot of the people working on it were actual fans who were trying to do a good job, and there are a lot of things in those, even in Red Alert 3, which does get a bit more flack than some of the other games, that I really quite like.
That's enough, Havoc. Good work. With the power plant down, that obelisk is no longer a threat.
He moved to the left just as I was about to open the door. Is Yuri being a time traveler and a member of Nod Canon? I think it's not. There's nothing in the games that backs it up. That was a quote from Isgreen about one possible direction that future games could have gone. I think particularly that was for CNC3 Incursion, where Isgreen was talking about this is one way that we could have linked the games together. There's nothing in the games that backs up Yuri being like an acolyte of Kane. And yeah, I take what's in the games as the highest priority of source, and developer intent to be the lowest, since it does change between each game, between Tib Dawn, Red Alert 1, Tib Sun, Red Alert 2, and Renegade. If I recall, all of those games, if you look at the who's listed as for the story, credited for story, none of those games have a single name in common. Guess that lift's not working. I'll just take the scenic route. A Battlefield type game set in the CNC universe. I'd be all for that. What if Abel lives? That'd be quite the twist. So it's safe to assume that Kane and Yuri are linked. I think no. I don't think there's anything to back that up. Am I from Poland? I'm not, no. My name is. And everyone pronounces it differently. A Deus Ex style sequel to Renegade. I haven't heard about that, no. Oh, did someone mention the Bible? the CNC PS Bible. This is a really cool design for the obelisk. Did he just disappear? Oh, there he is. Oh. It's a really cool design for the AR. I think it's also kind of used for a lot of infantry, like the light infantry in Tib Wars. Use the same design for the AR. Preferred faction. Difficult to say. Story-wise, like for the Tib universe, I can't choose. Gameplay-wise, I tend to prefer GDI. Mainly for gameplay reasons. In Red Alerts, I tend to switch between the two, but generally Soviet, mainly for the same gameplay reasons. Okie doke, Delhi. Oh wait, we got the Chem Warrior coming up, haven't we? Oh! Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Last time I did a full playthrough of Renegade, I had a bugged version of scripts of the fan patch for compatibility, such that throughout the entire playthrough, 2 of the enemies I encountered were for some reason invincible, and it was during the mission where you had to escort Mobius out, and he just kept dying. And it was like right at the final stretch, there was one Nod soldier who was invincible, so I just had to keep flaming him, like to get him into stun, run a bit, flame him again, run, flame, just to get him to stop attacking Mobius. Rivals, I think Rivals is still up, you can still play it? I don't know because I don't play it myself. But I assume it's still up, I'm pretty sure I see updates every now and then. Bop. Wait, there we go. The General's mod for Red Alert 3, I haven't. I'm not too much of a mods person, nothing against mods, there are some phenomenal mods in CNC. Like, of all gaming, CNC has some of the most phenomenal mods and stuff like that I've ever seen. But I tend to stick with the with the official stuff just to keep like the lore and story straight in my head. But it does look very, very interesting. It looks like a massive achievement, the General's Evolved mod. Arc Knights, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
Emitting a unique radiation signature. Eliminate the 3 machines to hamper non-Tiberium
I don't play Renegade X. It's really, really impressive. I love going through the maps, but since it's mainly a multiplayer thing, and I generally stick to single player and campaign stuff. I don't really play Ren X itself too much. I'm really looking forward to trying Ren X Firestorm when that comes out. But it's not really the kind of thing that I play too much. I tend to stick to single player stuff. Apart from Halo, I do play multiplayer Halo. I do have rockets now. I just want to pick those up. Demons and angels belong in the CNC universe. I wouldn't really. Like I'd say the Cain and Abel stuff would be more so a like that's like mythology that's based on whatever real world events in the CNC universe happened with Cain in the past, rather than it being literal. We organise a Renex Discord event. I've been meaning to do something like that on the Discord for a while, but I just haven't had the chance to get through something like that. Earthbreakers, I haven't played it myself. I'm just kind of waiting for more info about it, like when it's closer to release. Save. Thank you. Red Alert 3, I'm happy to consider it canon. I get that some people don't like that it was stylistically quite different, especially to Red Alert 1. But am I going backwards? But no, I'm happy to talk about Red Alert 3 in the Red Alert timeline. Now you get to live. Oh! That was cheeky. Alright. Not having that. Oh! I was about to reach out. Get out of here. Ho-ho! Mind giving us your Tim Curry impression? I do. There you go. I do mind. No, I can't do that impression. I'm not bombastic enough. How do you read and play at the same time? Evidently not very well. Hey. Right, yeah, someone said, how do you get Renegade working on Windows 10? You can, you just need, like, you might be fine as is, but I'd recommend the Tiberium Technologies scripts, which is like the compatibility thing. If you go to the recommended version is Renegade from the Ultimate Collection on Origin, and then get the if you go to CNC Community, there's guides for all the games on the best way to get them set up. This is an insurmountable obstacle that you need to jump over. And this is just... Anyway, this is Renegade. I love this detail. Download from Origin works straight away. Yep. you might be fine just playing as is. For me, the Renegade works straight off Origin as is, but I can't change the resolution without the compatibility, without scripts. So it might vary depending on your machine. Tipstone was made by Westwood Studios, but it was published by EA, who had already bought them from Virgin by then. Right, so cheers for stopping by, Nuggets. I don't trust the chefs in Renegade. Like the first time I played Renegade, I like when you get to the ship level, I was just going through, and the Nod soldiers were attacking, and I get to the kitchen, and there's a chef standing there, and I look at him. Oh, it's a chef. I won't kill the chef. They're nice. So I turned away, and he pulled out a flamethrower and roasted me. So I don't trust the chefs in this game anymore. And I always get lost on this one. OWA, welcome. Since this is the first time I'm saying your name out loud, how do I pronounce your username? Is it OWA? Is it One Winged Angel? Or is it Owa? Because I can't read your name without thinking of the way that's well, Owa is what Wario says in Mario Kart Double Dash when he falls off. And I can't help but think that every time I see your username. I'm lost, please help. Oh, wow. A CNC tabletop game. I don't really do tabletop games, I'm afraid. It's not really my kind of thing. I would be interested in seeing one. I guess it would fit quite well. Oh, that's where it came in. On the Nintendo Direct. The new additions to Smash were quite amusing. I don't really have. There's not really many characters in Smash. I'm going like, oh, I hope this character gets into Smash. So I'm not too worried about the fact that I don't really play the game they're from. Try not to spoil it in case anyone hasn't seen it. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty interesting stuff there. A lot of things I'm personally not too interested in, but I don't really have any concerns about it. Oh, where do I go? Havoc, that would be funny. Ah, here we go. He certainly looked for movement. With a full 360 no shoot. I'm starting to get the feeling that the music playlist isn't randomized. Yeah, I've got everything. Dr. Curb, maybe they confiscated it? I don't know. Nope. Nope. Biggest grind was the endlessly spawning enemies. The worst game for that for me was COD World at War, and infamously. So hopefully we can get this to work now. Liz? Liz? Maybe? Perhaps? No? Hmm. Impromptu means this isn't planned. We're just swinging with it. Is this up? No, this is where I came from, isn't it? Yep. Literally, the nose must touch the door. Just press my digital manpex to the door. Come on! Ah! The manpex worked. Ah, need another key. Full stop is brilliant. Oh, no.
Level 1 security clearance.
Kane is immortal. I reckon so. Like, at least it appears that he's not able to die. I think that comes from the old, you know, there used to be ideas of the Cain and Abel myth. Like, some people would say, is he still alive?
This door
Come on.
security clearance.
Alright. Oh yeah, you just have to wait. These blinking doors. Some teeth. Oh, there we go. Renegade mod for Doom 2. There's probably normally dramatic music playing, but I've got it paused.
Looking good. You're so dead. Oops. Incoming.
Okay, I guess we're here. We. Okay. Renegade. Just Renegade. Out of here. Oh! No, please. No. Oh, mission complete. Oh, I just have to get to the back of the Okay. Please go to the next cutscene. Nope, we're just going to crash each time. In which case, we probably won't be able to get past the next level. So that means no cutscenes today for anyone. Oh, now it's the plot erupts. Yes. Thanks, Dan. Oh dear. Missed all those. I was in the rooms with the green key, I guess we'll never know. Probably just puppies and kittens. Oh dear. How did that hit me? How did that not kill you? There we go.
Enemy structure destroyed.
Yes, Renegade X. I don't really play it because it's mainly multiplayer, and that's not really my kind of thing. I only play the campaigns and stuff like that. But yeah, Renegade X is very, very impressive, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ren X Firestorm's like. Wait. Oh, no, I guess like Nod's base at the end of the mission is literally just over this hill. Like if you could super jump, you'd be there. No, I'll pick that up. There we go. Tiberium, the cancel FPS certainly looked interesting. I was saying earlier, it looked kind of bland from a gameplay perspective. I'd be interested because obviously Tib Wars is a very interesting setting. I think the best would probably be, you know, around Firestorm, maybe the aftermath of Firestorm would be the best time to set an FPS. Yeah, boots on the ground in Tib Wars would certainly be interesting. The Tib Wars novel was, like, when it wasn't going through the war stuff, was weird but an interesting read, and I'd say kind of worth a go if you haven't. If you're interested, I can't say it's particularly brilliant, and there's some things that I disagree with, such that I would consider the novel to be non-canon, but it's certainly interesting, and I guess Tiberium would kind of be cool from that sort of perspective. But gameplay wise, it looks a bit underdeveloped. Oh. There we go. Is he up here? Hey! Up!
Enemy structure destroyed.
There we go. That weird laugh is everywhere in this game. I think there might be some file, like, misnaming. Because every now and then, instead of a Havoc line playing, that civilian laughing noise plays randomly every now and then. Tiberium-themed horror game. Ooh. Like, Visceroids are kind of like gross body horror. That'd be interesting. Oh yeah, giant ants. Good call. Oh. Seems to want mid-transformation into a Tiberium floater. Jeez. Nice.
SAM site destroyed.
Oh, I'm all out.
SAM site destroyed.
Oh. Headbang into the music. Forgot your lunch outside, joke's on you, it turned into a new life form.
Warning. Localized radar jamming detected.
Core temperature fluctuating.
Reinforcements are en route.
Right, so it appears that since we're crashing for some reason at the end of every mission, we might not be able to get to the next mission after this, so we've still got maybe 20 minutes left, but I might call the stream after that. Just as a heads up ahead of time. Oi! Sticky sausages, where did you come from? Battles of Israel in Red Alert and Tiberium. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Like, you can maybe see on some of the maps, but I'm not sure it's mentioned specifically in anything other than specifics. Like, and of course the maps change a little bit between each title, so I'm not so sure it's that's too well known. Favorite CNC song? It might I might have to eke out into like Red Alert in Hell March 2. That's too good a track. There's a lot of really good tracks, and this one was one of the better ones.
This door requires level 2 security clearance.
What's everyone's favourite tracks then? On that note. Oh, the playlist ended. Yeah, so let's switch over then to what playlist should we have for the last few minutes? Well, last 15 minutes or so. Gibson?
Core temperature fluctuating.
Right. Derude Sandstorm. So I'll queue up a couple. All right. I love that you can go through the refineries up close. Let's go have a look at the refinery. Before we get to that. Oi! Not having that. I kind of have nostalgia for Red Alert 3 as well, to be honest. That was one I was really excited to play when it came out, and it's not the best CNC, but as games go, it's still an enjoyable game. It just has some flaws. So I've got the green key card.
Security clearance.
Ah, never mind. Right.
Chemical mixture is set.
Oh, we can get in through here. Or not. Never mind. Which way do I go? Or do I need to... I might need to go to comms first. Oh well. Yeah, the co-op campaign option in Red Alert 3 was definitely a pretty good thing. It would have been preferable if it didn't feel so locked in, because like every mission, every campaign was you have a co-commander. If the co-commander was only there when you were playing with a teammate, perhaps. But yeah, otherwise it was really good that you could just play all of them with all the single player missions with a co-commander. Oh. Now these things start. Get out of here.
You are quite the pest, GDI. Let me see. Captain Parker. Codename Havoc. How cliche.
Good response, Havoc. A more serious Red Alert like Red Alert 1 or Red Alert 2 with more funny cutscenes? Perhaps somewhere between the two. Red Alert 3 definitely went too far. It kind of became too much of a caricature, which I wasn't as much a fan of. Red Alert 2 was still rather campy, and it was fun. I enjoy the style of Red Alert 1, but maybe that was a bit, perhaps a bit too serious. That the style of Red Alert 1 worked very well for the Tiberium universe, but for Red Alert universe, I think it doesn't matter quite as much. I don't mind it being a bit more campy. But maybe somewhere between RA1 and Red Alert 2. Oh! I guess mission is failed. Where do I need to go? Oh, it was over here.
Weapons ready. Be on the lookout.
Take the objectives. Yeah, I've not been paying attention. Hack the communication. Oh, I blew it up rather than hacking it. I'm not supposed to destroy things. I'm playing as Havoc. It's the only thing I know. This is my raison d'etre. The lack of harvestable resources in Red Alert 3. Yes, that's one of the biggest gripes I have with Red Alert 3. Let's laugh.
Codename Havoc. How cliche.
There you go. Oh! Oh, wrong way. The original assumed Tibdorn war timeline 1999 to 2002. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's like it was assumed by the fans. I'm not really sure there was ever actually. I don't think I've ever seen anything that actually backs up within Tib Dawn when it was set. I'd love to be like if there was something to show that. There we go. But like the dating for that tends to come from sources outside of Tib Dawn. I suppose it would make a bit more sense for it to have been set during then. And perhaps that was the original idea, but since it's set during the same time as Renegade, it appears, and Renegade is after that, then yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry. Bloop. Helicopter is so shiny. Mission objectives. There are no objectives. Whoop. Ah, oh dear, oh dear. Health, thank you. I've only got 3 left. Stop that, I've only got 1 left. There we go. Whoa. There you go. Get out of here.
Havoc, I'm picking up a submarine adjacent to the dockyards beyond this base facility. Find a way
this
to
way.
get on board. Get off that island before it blows.
Warning, unstable seismic activity detected. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Hello there. Sorry, mate. What?
Warning, unstable seismic activity detected. All personnel evacuate immediately.
On me, yeah. There we go. Okay, and I think we'll probably call it here because if I click continue, yeah, and we don't get to the next mission. So I'll have to look up. I think I've got backup saves of each of the missions to like play them out of order. It won't play the cutscenes, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Right, I think I might call it there. But this has been a lot of fun. This wasn't as much of a disaster stream as I was kind of anticipating it would inevitably end up being. All the wooden crates has money in those. This one's got an MCV. Well, there's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everyone that's popped by to have a chat. This is been kind of nuts. This for a test stream, this works a lot better than I was anticipating. My brain is blitzed after all this talking, to be honest. Marvellous, right. I'll probably wrap up here then. We want to get to the Renegade music, yeah. I mean, that was the Tibson's remixes earlier, but let's just hang around to the track ends, shall we? There was a remix of Act on Instinct that's, I can't remember who it was, but someone did recently. That's it was just called Act on Instinct Remix, but it included elements from the Renegade remix and the Kane's Wrath remix as well. So it was really cool to have a remix of all three mixed into one fan remix. So if you look for an Act on Instinct remix that was done recently, you should probably find the one I'm talking about, but that was really, really good if you like the music. Right then, thank you so much for joining and stopping by to chat. This has been an awful lot of fun. And, yeah, thank you so much. Probably end it here. So, yeah, endings are difficult, so I guess we'll just end. Cheers, everyone. Take care, and, yeah, so the Cabal doc will be the next video that comes out. I'll try and get that done as soon as I can. Take care, and farewell, everyone.